Hello everyone, welcome to Thursday morning crafting. My name is Alisa Tilsner and I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. I go live every Thursday morning for a little bit of ad lib card making. Sometimes I have a rough idea of what's going to happen, other times I have no idea. But this week I know that we're going to be playing with the Gift of Giving stamp set. So this one is a new one coming up in the mini catalogue. Which goes live on the 6th of September. So what's that, just under a week to go. So welcome to everyone as you are coming in. I can see Wendy, she's not in her home at the moment, she's in a hotel room. Good morning, Rosemary. Good morning, Wendy. And so we are going to get stuck into it straight away. Now I do have to say, excuse if you can hear a bit of background noise, because my husband is at home at the moment and he is probably setting up to go to work very, very shortly. So he was clanking around getting his car sorted out. Let's get swung around. I'll just bring this camera into view. Whoops. Just while I check that. I still got to find out how to get a new collar. I might have to glue it up. That little split is getting wider and wider and it doesn't really want to hold on to things, right? So let's switch that and away we go. So as I said, the Gift of Giving is coming very soon in next, is it Wednesday? Is that the 6th? I think it's Wednesday. So we're going to play with the Santa image here and I have already stamped this one. Pop that under there. Good morning, Deb from New South Wales. So I've stamped it in Memento ink already because we're going to use our alcohol markers to colour this one in. So I've already done that ahead of time just to try and save one last little thing. And I am going to pop a little sheet of acetate underneath my work area, and what that does is just help your card stay a little bit wet so that the blends can actually go and do their thing. Now I've only pulled out my Poppy Parade and my black at the moment because I'm going to use some paper from the brand new Merry Bold and Bright paper, and this has got some really fun bright papers, but I thought we might use this one that's got fa la 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 written all over it and it's got dots on the back. And until I cut, which I probably should do first, is cut my paper, the way I'm going to cut it, I'm not 100% sure what colors I'm going to use. So that will be exciting. Yes, Pip and I used, where's my card? Pip and I used this stamp set the other night, and I should put my card out so I can show you. There it is. So that's the card that we made. Was that last week? I think it was last week that we made that one. So Pip used the Santa Claus, I used the To You, and we came up with cards and sort of made this one into a non-Christmas card because I've got Happy Birthday to You on it. So that is available that you can go back and watch as well. I know the colours in this paper are just so beautiful and bright, so it's fantastic. And Catherine says, yay, she's got her new catalogue already. Gee, they went quick this time. I posted them on Monday. I was, a little bit late getting them out, but the post has been good. So I've heard a few people have got theirs already. Okay, let's get started on this colouring. Now, if you are on a mobile device and you are watching from YouTube, you can pinch your screen and you can actually zoom in. So if you want to zoom in while I'm colouring, you can by all means do that. So I am using the dark Poppy Parade here, and I probably will spend a little bit of time on my colouring, and because there's not a lot of difference between those two shades, I'll probably spend a bit of time on my colouring, and then my layout will probably be quite simple. So I'm just going to go over my dark areas again just to try and separate them a little bit. Under his belt, whoops, went into the white, oopsie, never mind, we can fix that. You probably have a little bit of crotch shadow going on there. And then we just sort of fill in. These two colours are fairly similar. So we'll probably come in with some pencils and give that a little bit more detail. And again, I'll just go over my dark area. And I will bring this up to the screen so you can see exactly what I have done. So it's not giving a huge amount of difference between the contrast in colors. So I will go on to my black. Now black is tricky because black sometimes will take out the colors of, you know, our stamped image. So although it's not black, I'm just going to do a few little areas, and then hopefully the light black will actually still give me some detail. You could do these in grey if you wanted to. That's still giving me a little bit of detail. I'm going to come in and put a little bit of shine on his top of his boot there anyway. And his mittens. Hey, Kathy. Are they dark green or are they black? What colour are his mittens? I'm going to grab my smoky slate and do the white trim. So you guys let me know, dark green or black mittens. Oh, he would have a black belt, I think, too. Maybe it's a black belt in karate. Maybe he's chopping the boxes. So let me know, does he have black mittens or does he have dark green mittens? Okay, so I'm just going to pop a little bit of grey trim. Not a huge amount. I don't want a huge amount of trim, so I'm just putting it around, not around the whole area, but I'm just going to black mittens to match the black belt. So you can see I've just popped a little bit of grey, and this is the light smoky slate that I am using now. So, and then I'll just pop a little bit around his boots as well. Okay, and then I'm going to fuzz it out, fade it out with my colour lifter. Might be able to pick up some of that red that I accidentally got spillage on. Okay, black mittens, black mittens. And being that these are just really tiny images, I am just using my bullet tip for these ones. I never know. It's been a long time since I've encountered a real live Santa, so I can never remember what his uniform is. There we go. Just pop a little bit more dark, a little bit more black, the dark black under there. Has white mittens. Oh, does he? Oh gosh, I've really boo-booed then, don't I? I thought he had dark green mittens. Wow, okay. I'm really, actually, they may be white. Oops, they're black today. You could well be right there. I'm going to have to go and check out some videos or something on Santa. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to cut my paper so that I know what colours I'm going to colour my gift boxes, because I'm going to flip my paper over. So I'm going to use, isn't that pretty? So I'm going to use this side as my main image, as my main paper, but I also want to just pop a little bit of that pattern on the back. Now, I'm not going to give measurements as I am creating, so if you head on over to my blog at alisatilsner.com, you will see the sign up form for my blog, and this card will go out as a tutorial in tomorrow's newsletter. So if you want all of the measurements and the full-on instructions and the supply list and all of that sort of stuff, then race on over and grab that. Sign up for that. Okay, I'll get rid of that now. Come back to my comments. Okay, so you can see, depending on, you know, how I have my paper, I might end up with different patterns in my paper is what I'm trying to get out. So I sort of wanted to tone in the gifts that I'm going to be colouring in with the colours that are on my paper. Now, I had thought originally about slicing off the edge. I did a card the other day and then just flipped it over, but I might actually cut off the bottom this time and flip the bottom over so that we've got the fa-la-la-la and then some spots at the bottom over here. So good morning, 8:30 in the evening if you're in the US. I know it's really, really silly times if you are in the UK. All right, so I think they're both the same colours. And of course, depending on where you cut it from here, like I've missed the reds and this pink here, but I've managed to pick up the others. So it just really depends on which side you're cutting from. So, but now I know, actually, I'm not going to cut that now. I'm just going to use that as my guide. I'll cut the rest after. So these colours are now, good question, Alisa, what colours are they? They are Flirty Flamingo. Oh, and I know that I think one of my Flirty Flamingos is getting a little bit on the dry side. Crushed Curry, which we don't have in blends, so I'll use Daffodil Delight for that one instead. And then we have Granny Apple Green, one of my faves. Granny Apple Green. Lemon Lime Twist, which I think I'll just stick to Granny Apple Green. And I've got Pool Party in there, which I can grab out. And I think those colours will probably be enough. There is Shaded Spruce in there as well, but we'll just see how we go to start with. So now comes the fun part. What colours am I going to colour what? Which is always interesting, right? So I'm thinking I might do my gift at the back in pinks. So let's grab my Flirty Flamingos. And that way, so what I'm going to do is just colour over the entire thing. And then I might come back and put some white spots in with a gel pen. So we'll just colour that in. Actually, I'll do that. That can be Flirty Flamingo too, and I'll put some white highlights or something on. 1:40 a.m. I knew it would be super early for you. Getting a wee bit dry. I have got new ones of these, and I've actually I've got a few that are running out, starting to get a bit dry. So I've started my order already. Okay, and then I think I will do yellow. It's so hard to know what colours to colour, don't you think? All right, I'm going to do, I think I can do, no, I can't use the brush tip because my brush tips are a little bit sad. And there's no real dimension in this, in these boxes. They are just flat squares. They haven't, like, not showing any colour from the, like, any dimension from the side. So we're just going to colour these pretty well as is. But I can give that a little bit of a flick in. So hopefully I can get everything looking good together. So how's everyone going? I know that in the US, in Florida, you guys are starting to get a little bit of nasty weather, hurricane coming. So I hope you're all safe if you're over there. You know what? I am going to just colour this because it's stripy. I'm going to colour, I'm just checking all my nibs. I'm just going to colour this all in the light because you can see it's quite light. All right, so I'm just going to colour all of that in. There's a little bird, get you out of the way. And then I'm going to come in with my darker one, and I'm just going to do my stripes this way. So that'll save going back and forth and back and forth. And I might have to pull it, actually I might pull in some pink down the bottom. So, and then, so that's one layer. I'm just going to bring up hurricane is south of Susie, not being affected. Hopefully not. Going to warm back up. You know what? We had a couple of really nice days, and then it's gone cold again, which is why I've got my big thick cardigan on again. But we did have something fun. I didn't personally see it myself, but I have seen it before in our town. As we had the bioluminescence in our ocean, and down on our foreshore, we had, like down by our yacht club, we had some really amazing, really amazing glow at night. Which one am I using? I'm using the wrong one. I'm using light. We had this amazing glow. So when you were in the water, if you were to like skip along in the water and the waves would go, you would get this beautiful glow, light blue. I'll have to share it to my Facebook page. Oops. To show you what I mean, but it was super, super pretty. So I didn't see this one, and it was huge. There was just so much of it. But I have seen it before, but not in that sort of volume. It was really pretty. So at least I got to see videos of it anyway. All right, so Santa Claus, from Santa Claus, and then I will do big swish. I think I'm going to have to put a few of my markers on. Starting to run out. There we go, Santa Claus. Okay, I am actually going to put a little bit of shaded spruce on that, I think, just on these little areas here. And then we've got a bird. He's sitting on, I don't know whether you can pick that up, but there's a bird sitting on one of the gift boxes as well. Okay, so we'll do our bird in yellow just to tie him in, and then I've just got that one last one to do, and I'm thinking I might do that. What colour should I do that? Should I do that in pink, or should I do it in the red to tie in with his outfit there? Because I'm gonna have him on here. Might do it on the red. Might do it red. Let's get this little bird done. And because the bird is so tiny, let's not muck around with him. Let's just colour him in yellow. I think I will do in poppy. Yep, red I reckon too. Yeah, Michelle, of course the more you, funny about this, the more you use them, the quicker they run out. Funny. I'll use my brush nib for this one. There we go. That'll balance our colours out as well. There we go. That balances that out really nicely. I'll bring this up, and then we're going to start adding a few little details. So there's my basics. Okay, I've got this big pile of markers now. Get you all out of the way. Okay, so first I'm going to add some white. I've got a white gel pen. This is just one of those Signo gel pens. I'm just going to make sure that it's flowing properly. And hopefully I can hear my husband on the phone, and he is a loud talker, so I hope that you can't hear him. All right, so let's get some white circles going on there. Okay. Little highlights. So, okay, let's get in. I have got my pencils here. Let's get these in. Yes, I have got a window sheet under Michelle because it helps keep the blends wet so that they blend, all the inks in the blending solution will go through nicely. So, and if you turn over on the back, you can see that I've got good coverage in some of the areas. The light markers obviously are a little bit on the lighter side. So because I've got not much of the light here showing on the back, I could actually do another wipe of my Granny Apple Green. My marker is, my nib's a little bit shot though. That's giving me a little bit of an issue because it's such a large area. You really need to use your brush tip marker, but because my brush tip is not very happy, perhaps I should, this one still has got a lot of ink in it, so I'm thinking maybe I will do a nib replacement on that one. And I do have planned to do a video on nib replacement, so I'm just getting to that. All right, so let's grab our colored pencils. These are Prismacolor core pencils, and I'm just going to add a little bit of shine down here. I could probably use a bit of a sharpen, but I'm just going to let me pull that up and show you his difference between his boots now. So I'm just popping a little bit of white on the tops of his boots here. And well, you can actually see that when, without me holding him up, that's gotten a bit lighter. And I'm actually going to pop a little bit on his mittens as well, because I got that color wrong to start with. So let's get that happening. So I'm just going to stop and show you. I have a cherry cobbler one here that I've changed the nib on this one. So this one has actually got, I've put a Copic marker nib on it. I'm trying out various nibs to see which ones I like the best. So I will be doing a video on them and how to do that. So let's just get some white happening in some of our areas. And I'm just going to pop some on here just to lighten them up a little bit as well. And then I might do, I probably don't need the window sheet anymore because I'm working with pencils. I might just pop a little bit along the tops and maybe down the side of the box as if there was a little bit of light coming on. Like that. So, whoops, have I frozen? Oh, no, there we go. So I don't know whether you can see that. I've just gone really lightly. I'll probably go a little bit further. Because if you actually look at a glossy box, it does actually have a little white edge. So there we have a little bit of highlighting. So these are just all little things that add up. So now I'm going to grab, I'm actually going to get my, you could use a darker one, but I'm actually going to use a grey. This one is a warm grey. It's the 70%. And where I've got little shadows under here, I'm just going to pop a little bit more shadowing under that area, because you can get in super fine details with a really good sharp pencil that you can't get with your markers. So, and I'm just going to pop a little bit behind there because we actually show the undercoat, and just down the side, and it sort of takes away, because our markers are fairly bright in color, and although we all love nice bright colors, but sometimes they just need to be a little bit shadowier. Okay. So I can hear I can hear my husband. Hopefully you guys can't hear him. He's bought a barometer collector, a collector of barometers, and he's just got himself, because he's been away, I had to bid on it, this massive big barometer, but it's in Melbourne, so we've got to try and get it back. So I think that's what he is organising at the moment. I shouldn't have done that. So just adding little bits of details. It probably doesn't look like a whole lot, but when I bring it up, you'll probably be able to see it a little bit better. Okay, so I'm just going to bring that up so you can see I've just put a little bit of shadowing behind this box because this one's sitting in front. I've just curved the corners of these little bits. I mean, like I said, they're only tiny, tiny, tiny little details, but I think if, when they're not there, if I was to do this again colored and have them with all the highlights and the little bits of shadowing and then without them, it would certainly make a little bit of a difference. So now I've got, gonna measure up. I've got my colors going on. Here's a pretty bright center. Just gonna pop them away. Okay, I'm going to cut out now, so I apologize for having to fussy cut. But while I am fussy cutting, I might actually be able to talk to you a few things. So Michelle had said needs to book into my class. This is my class. So if you are wanting to learn a little bit more about your markers, then I have this one. This is my first class. Hoping over time that I will be able to release more, probably not once a month, but we will see. And it depends on the images and if we get some really good ones that we can color in. So that is available now. It is a one-off purchase, and there's about an hour and a half of videos to watch. And you can follow along, you can pause the video. I've put them in chapters, so if you're only, if you've only got time to do a jeans, then you can jump to the next chapter to pick up where you left off. So I have that available. And I've also, because it's the end of the month, there's a lot of things that are finishing at the moment. So I also have Paper Party, which is this stamp set is what we are using in our Paper Party. So Paper Party is like a paper share. So you get a quarter of all the papers, and then we will spend a weekend in October, starting the 20th of October. And Pip from the UK, myself and Katina from the US, we will be spending time with you over the weekend to show you some samples and some inspiration on how to use all the papers that you will be getting. So that is going to be fun. This is my first time I've participated, but these girls have done it a few times. So that is going to be quite fun. I also have, I'm still cutting, I'm still fussy cutting. This is probably better than watching me fussy cut anyway. Creative Club. So today is the last day if you wish to jump in for the Creative Card Makers Club, and you will get 6 cards in PDF format and also in video format. And the class for this month is the very cute one, and they are super cute. So that is that. And one last thing is the creative, I'll finish now too, is the creative carnival. Pam Jurgensen and I have hosted, I think about 8 of these now. I can't really remember. And we, hey, I had a card front around here somewhere, and now I've lost it. Oh, no, I found it. We have hold a creative carnival, which is an Australian demonstrator only event, and this one's closing as well, so all the details I have are available for that. So this one's closing soon, and this one is on the 27th and 28th of October, so that's held in Zoom. And let me get rid of all of that now. I'll come back to the comments. Okay, so I've cut out my Santa, and he sort of gets a little bit, do you think he's getting a little bit lost in there? I might have to find another backing for him, because I think he's getting a bit lost. I think he gets even more lost on that one. All right, I'm going to cut a little bit off the bottom here so that I can flip it over. How much do I want to cut off the bottom? Do I want to cut a full inch? Maybe I will. Maybe I'll cut a full inch. We shall see. So I'm going to do a really simple layout because there is a fair bit going on with his. He is a bit lost. Yeah, I think so. But that is what I sort of had in mind, is a little bit of colouring. But he is definitely lost. He is lost. We can't have him lost, can we? How about if I just do something like that? I wonder if that brings him back a little bit. How about that? Separates him from the background. I don't like it when they get lost. And this here is just the offcut from when I trim my card size down. So use all of those pieces, and sometimes they're just the perfect width and perfect height for turning around and using as a layer. Okay, so we're going to do that, and I need some bling, I think. What color bling am I going to use? I do not know. What have I got? What have I got in my little stash? I could do some ribbon. I could put some ribbon behind him. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be adding dimensional backings to him, that's for sure. And I've got some green sparkles. Maybe I can put some green sparkles and some ribbon somehow on there. Okay. Yeah, he definitely, even with dimensionals, I think he still gets a little bit lost. But if we just do that little skinny background, I think it's not so bad then. All right, let's get stuck down, and I'll figure out how to put some ribbon behind him and some, is that Parakeet Party or is that Lemon Lime Twist? I can't remember. I don't know. Looks better with the white? Yeah. And now my son's, he's a lazy bum. He's getting in the shower, and the pump for the shower is right beside my craft room. So you are probably going to hear that. You're hearing everything today. I'm afraid it's just one of those things. I don't know what I'm going to do when he retires, because he's going to drive me nuts. I can just tell. Trim that little overhang off. Yeah, that's life, isn't it? Can't help it. But you know what? I don't mind, because I don't mind for the son, because he is chatting a little bit more about moving to Adelaide. So I know, my days are probably a little bit more numbered with him. Oops, what is going on? Oh no. Oh, no wonder it's not working properly. Did you see that? This is why sometimes your glue doesn't work properly. Ew. And I'm not going to be able to fix that on camera. There is no way. You can see that's popped out. So I am not even going to attempt. I am going to give it to said son because he fixed my last one. I will give that to him to fix, and I will move on to liquid. Always a fix. All right. Move that down in the middle. Like so. And I might just do one of those loopy things behind him. I might just do one of those types of loopiness. Oh, and I'm gonna try this one. All right, go gently with these because they have a tendency to tear your card. So nice and slow with that one. That's the Seal Plus. Okay, so now I'm going to start a little bit higher and then just sort of zigzag my way down. Oops, I don't have any adhesive up there. Let's get that happening. So I'm just going to work my way from the top on a diagonal, fold it over and zigzag it all the way down. And then I might be able to loop it again and zigzag all the way up. And then I can trim that. Pack you up nice and neatly later. I don't use a whole lot of ribbon these days. So we've got a little bit of ribbon going on, put some dimensionals on, and then we just get our bling and we're finished. So even though I've spent a fair bit of time colouring, because I've got a fairly simple layout, the rest of the card comes together pretty quick. And I don't have to do a sentiment because the sentiment is on Santa already. And that is even better. Okay. And I might just try one last thing actually. I'm just going to bring my pencils back in. I know he's lifted off and he's got a bit of dimension going on already. You love the ribbon? I'd normally do it behind sentiments. I don't normally do it behind images like that, but I suppose it is a sentiment, really, isn't it? So I'm just going to, you can see I've got shadow. Actually, that's a really good thing to help you if you're trying to do a cast shadow. You can see that what shadow I've got from my light is casting over me. So you could almost just trace around the bits that are on here already to give you a bit of shadow on this background. That's nice, like a nice little cheat, isn't it? I wonder what that looks like when I don't have it on there. It probably doesn't look super great. Anyway, I'm just going to ground him a little bit. Let's just put some earth in there for him. I might just come back. I've got a rubber here, so we can get in there and I can rub that out, what I've already did, because I can't see it properly. There we go. How's that? Just to earth him, just so that he's not floating around. And then, because I've used the green ribbon, I'm going to use the green. Sequins as well. And these ones are in two sizes, so you've got big ones and you've got small ones. And now I just got to figure out where to put them. Put two small ones up here maybe. You could put them on your image if you wanted to, on your Santa Claus. but I'm just going to pop 3 on there. Rightio, I think we're done. Done. So there we go. I actually quite like the little highlights on his boots. I love the way that they have turned out. So there we have it. He's pretty full on. He's got a lot of colouring. If you were going to colour, you could perhaps tone it down and just like do alternate boxes so that you've just got 2 colours instead of so many colours, because that is an awful lot of colours going on in there. You could put some Wink of Stella. Hey, let's do that. I keep forgetting Wink of Stella. Let's put some Wink of Stella on his trim. And let's put some on the little bird here so we can try and separate him out a little bit more. How's that? More colour the better. Oh, do you think? Ed's got a lot of colour in it, a lot of different colours. I don't know whether that's picking up on the camera, probably not, but we've got a little bit of extra sparkle going on there now, so that's a little bit fun. Just, you know, it's Christmas time. We want lots of sparkle, don't we? So there we have it. Okay, so let me switch back and get rid of this here. So I'm just going to bring in the address one more time. So if you would like this card as a PDF tutorial, and it'll be photographed and you'll have all written instructions for it with all the measurements in inches and centimeters, then just make sure you signed up to my newsletter, and that will be going out tomorrow morning. So it'll be less than 24 hours from now. It'll go out at 7 a.m. my time, which is 7:30 a.m. Sydney time. Okay, thank you very much. Yes, it's fun. I'm actually playing, in the paper party, we got assigned some of the papers, and this is actually some of the papers that I will be playing with. And of course the stamp set, we'll be using that stamp set and the very cute stamp set as well. So that'll be fun to put the bears in with these bright colours as well. So fantastic. Okay, thank you very much for joining me, and I won't be here next week, but then I'll be back the week after that. So thanks, Roberta. Thanks, Deb. Very good. Excellent. Okay, we will see you again next time. Hopefully it won't be so cold next time I'm here. It should be spring for us. It should be warming up. I'm hoping it'll start warming up soon, so my fingertips won't be red all the time. Oh, who am I kidding? My hands, I've got such bad circulation. My hands are always red. I'm waffling. I'm going to catch you later, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Bye. Of course, now that I'm ending, he's finished his shower. See ya.